Welcome to the Chelsea Fans Channel. We are about to go through the post-mortem of the Stoke City defeat. Really gutted, just got back into London this second and I was on the train with loads of Chelsea fans coming home and everybody is really depressed, feeling really low about the result. I think that we actually played quite well, considering that our manager was absent. He was serving his one-match ban from his rant, or they're calling it a rant, about John Moss a couple of weeks ago. So we didn't have our manager there, and in his absence, I think that we played really well. It just didn't seem to go for us. But the facts are that we are currently 16th in the league. We've had 3 wins from our 12 games this season. That's a third of the way into the season, and we've had 3 wins. It's obviously not good enough. It's sort of a season from hell, isn't it? But it seems to just go on and on. We also now have lost 3 Premier League games in a row, which is the first time that has happened under Roman Abramovich. So it really is not good enough and things do need to change. I feel so flat about it, but it's weird because I really think that things were on the up. I think that we got a good victory against Kiev in the week, and I also think that we played really well today. It just didn't go for us. We lost the game to an Arnautovic goal. It was a very good goal. We took it expertly after Glenn Johnson did quite nice work down the right-hand side. It's not often you say that sentence, is it? But we did okay. It was just that we weren't good enough at the back. It was shaky throughout. I think individually the back line didn't do too badly. I thought Bubba Rahman was given a bit of a ride, actually. I thought that Shaqiri played very well and actually in one move managed to beat him about 4 times. I was sitting next to Charlie Skillen and 4 times I was like, make the challenge, and he didn't, and Shaqiri kept knocking it past him. I don't think Shaqiri's been playing particularly well for Stoke, but today he shone and Rahman gave him the opportunity to do that. So something needs to change there. But aside from that, the back line individually wasn't too bad. I thought Kurt Zouma had a good game. I thought John Terry had a good game. It just didn't go for us, and it really is a shame. There are some positives though. It sounds ridiculous to even say it because we feel so flat, but there are some positives to take from this game. Notably, the form of Eden Hazard. I think he looked... we got a whisper of the old man. Our old friend was back in town. I think he looked really good. He looked up for it. He was fighting. His passing was magnificent. He was at his mercurial best. He was knocking it around. He was giving and going, tiki-taka, whatever you call it these days. He really did look good. So it's nice to see him taking the game by the scruff of the neck. And he was very unlucky not to get on the score sheet and not to be on the winning side. I think he did very well. I don't think Pedro did enough throughout today, but he was very unlucky. He hit the post. Another day that goes in, doesn't it? So it's a real shame that didn't work out for him. And that brings me on to the major talking point, really. We were clearly denied a penalty. And it's a shame that Mourinho wasn't in the dugout because I would love to have seen his reaction to that decision. It was farcical. I don't understand how the referee cannot give that. Remy, he did the honourable thing. And the example that you're therefore giving to players, to professional football players, is don't do that. Absolutely not. Do not do your best to maintain upright status. Fall over. Hit the deck, because that's the only way that we will give you a penalty. He did the honourable thing. I think Mark Hughes has actually acknowledged that Remy did the right thing. He acknowledged that he tried his best to stay on his feet. He evaded the challenge where he should have gone down or could have gone down, tried to scuff the ball into the net, couldn't do it. That's a penalty kick. There's no doubt that is a penalty, and it's a shambles from the ref to have not given that. And it sets such a bad example. If he hits the floor there, he gets a penalty. So I don't really know. I don't really know how the refs can look at themselves in the mirror after that sort of display. So yeah, it's depressing, and we're now going to go into the international break, and this is the time when speculation is really going to start about Mourinho again, because going into an international break is often when managers lose their jobs, because it gives a new manager coming in to have some time with the squad. Obviously, we hope that doesn't happen. Yet again, it was unanimous support and passionate support for Jose Mourinho. A lot of people were wearing Jose Mourinho masks, so in a way, he was actually at this game. But yeah, let's hope that in a couple of weeks when we play Norwich and going into that huge game against Tottenham, and we've got some really tough away games coming up. I think it goes Tottenham, Manchester United. It's just not Palace, really not looking good. So let's hope that we've got Mourinho in charge for those games and we can really galvanise ourselves in this international break and come out fighting. Guys, do me a favour, comment below, let me know exactly what you think, where we went wrong and how we put it right. And just a quick apology from us. We did our best to get some fan cams today. It was going to be me on the controls because Sophie couldn't make it, but the police didn't allow it. The police moved us on and slung us on a train. We were not welcomed in Stoke by the local constabulary. Cheers for watching, and remember, we're the champions and they're not. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top and I'm cruising to Stoke. Really excited. Massive game at the Britannia.